Man, it's been a while since I talked about Halo Infinite more seriously. I've still been watching the game ever since they ended seasons less than 4 months ago. As I expected, the game is getting carried by the community while the devs have mostly pissed off to work on something else. So there's just not really any point in taking the game seriously anymore. And it's not a good sign for Halo Infinite when you want to let out a sigh of relief knowing this game won't last 10 years, because no way should anyone want to spend a full 10 years in this stale hell. And I'm just saying, I know there's some enjoyment to be had with Halo Infinite right now, especially if you haven't played since launch day, but this game is a funny joke, with problems that have persisted for far too long, lack of meaningful content, and it managed to get a little bit worse. It's so funny because 2024 was projected by some YouTubers as like the year for Halo, but that's what makes the start of 2024 so funny.
I do want to talk really quickly. I've seen some questions in chat, and I just want to clarify. Basically, people are like, well, what about Season 6? Or why aren't we calling this Season 6? The gist of it is that we're kind of no longer referring to seasons. We're shifting away from seasons.
Guys, it's fine. We're still gonna get content, just not seasons. The game isn't abandoned, dude. No, stop it. It's been over 3 months. Look at what we've been getting. It's the bare minimum, if not less than that, for a live service game. A bunch of crappy looking dev maps, okay, well, except for one. A bunch of community maps that I'm pretty sure the community members who originally made that content don't even get paid for. I don't care for more maps in Halo Infinite. There's enough of them as it is, and a lot of them are just okay. Illusion is probably one of my favorite maps, but I haven't played that map since its 24/7 playlist was removed. It got assimilated into the arena playlists where you'll have an extremely low chance of ever seeing it again. If only we had a map voting system to vote for maps like Illusion and avoid maps like Corrosion or Elevation where the spawn points are messed up.
The respawn points on the map, on both Elevation and Corrosion, they don't flip sides. Even when you play Slayer, one team will only spawn on one side, so I can just sit in one spot on the map and spawn kill them over and over again.
And that's really it for gameplay content, like just maps. I'm so bored of them announcing more maps. Where's the new vehicles? Where's the old vehicles like the Falcon? Where's the new weapons? Where's the old weapons? Okay, well, they did add the plasma pistol into the game finally. It's been a while, but we did finally get a legacy weapon added to Halo Infinite. I wish we could get more, and please do not tell me the excuse that we can't have this because it would be a duplicate of something else. Dude, they have 2 variants of the bandit rifle spawning in one map. I don't care. Give me the carbine, give me the SMG, give me the Spartan laser, give me the shotgun. You really think telling me the shotgun shouldn't be in Halo Infinite because it might replace the bulldog that's supposed to be bad?
You serious?
And where the hell are the new modes? We haven't had a new PvP mode since like season 5, which was extraction mode. That was 7 months ago. Where's my invasion mode, damn it? Where's the new modes for firefight? That was my biggest complaint whenever they initially released firefight last year. Why is it just King of the Hill? Where's classic firefight? Generator defense? Anything? Oh, but dude, they're gonna add the zombies mode soon and way more other modes later on. Yeah, the stuff that wasn't made by them. Forgers had these made and playable during season 5 last year. I don't mind them adding community content into their own game, but if that's all you're gonna do, why the hell would I ever give you money for a shop bundle to support the development of Halo Infinite? $20 to $30 for this overpriced garbage? Are you joking? I could buy Hades 2 for that amount of money, but the point is, what development am I supporting? Am I supporting the networking fix, the addition of easy anti-cheat that received mixed reception? Am I supporting the development of Match Composer, another feature that should have been in the game on launch? Is it supporting this stupid Spartan point system, which, by the way, great idea to not have this system reward players for just playing the game whenever they want. These freaking goons actually want me to log in every day, every week, every month to get the max amount of Spartan points. You gotta be taking the piss. I ain't gonna be part of your scheme to boost your daily login numbers, alright? And just look at these prices. I just want to find the salesman in charge of setting prices and just respectfully grab them by the turtleneck and say, what is your fucking problem? Why is this priced at 30,000 points? It looks like crap. Why are you asking me to wait for a whole month to buy this dog shit? You have to understand, before this update happened, there was a legendary coding you could have just spent 2 hours to get, if not less. And now I have to grind for much longer to get codings that would have been ultimate challenge rewards, and I have a month to do so before they rotate these items out. The operation passes have even less rewards now because of this system. Look at the Spirit of Fire and compare it to Banished Honor. They can't even give us XP boosts anymore. You've somehow made the progression system in Halo Infinite worse overall. You made me want the old system back. How did you do that? And there's still more this game needs to do. Like, we ain't even done here. Why can't we customize banished weapons yet? Where's the UI fix? I've been tired of scrolling left and right through this like Netflix looking ass UI. We have all these different cores and cosmetics. Why are there no sets, like an easy way to change my drip? You actually want me to change every single weapon one by one to match my armor appearance. I know people like to joke and say this game is more like a Spartan dress-up simulator, but it even fails to be good at something like that. They talk a big game, billions of customizations, but over half of them are locked behind a paywall still, and that list continues to grow with every new update. A lot of these thoughts and complaints are things I've had since the open beta for Halo Infinite. That was over 2 years ago, and I'm just kind of done with this bullcrap. I saw the trailer they did for Halo Infinite, by the way. It really felt like a final sales pitch. Like, this is it, guys. The game is finished, and I'm over here like, liar! The only reason anyone thinks it's finished is because they keep comparing it to launch and think this is acceptable, even though we're talking about a Halo live service game that has had over 2 years of post-launch development. This game is not finished, and it looks like it never will be. It's a damn shame too, because I know I've been harsh on Halo ever since I started making videos less than a year ago, and that's because I care about things being better than what they are now. Like, that's the point of criticizing it. That's the reason why I criticize anything. Starting from Season 4, I was gonna give this game a full year to see how it pans out, and I encouraged everyone else to do so before you start saying Halo has finally been redeemed, or saying things like,
Destiny should be replaced by Halo Infinite. I'm not even memeing. Halo Infinite should actually be the one on here. They're very tardy to the party, but they have somehow turned that fucking game around. That should be here. That would win. I would vote for that.
And there was one point where I was actually a little hopeful, at least for a few weeks when Season 5 happened. Halo Infinite was top 15 games played for Xbox. The player count was starting to be steady on Steam above 10,000, but I also noticed a couple signs pointing to content slowing down and that we might be in for some bad news.
The gist of it is that we're kind of no longer referring to seasons. We're shifting away from seasons.
Jesus Christ. Like, this is why I told people to give it more time. Look what happened, man. look where we are now. They add one firefight mode and everyone wants to praise Halo Infinite, claiming Halo is back for doing what a video game that released 14 years ago had on launch day and still has more firefight modes than Halo Infinite today. We've just been talking about the multiplayer. One of the main reasons I got captivated by Halo when I was growing up wasn't the multiplayer, it was the campaign. This is something I feel like is not talked about as much these days because Halo Infinite's campaign wasn't great. The open world mechanics were generic, there's a severe lack of military in a military shooter, the story was so convoluted, a lot of major events happened off screen that should have been in the game, the Banished aren't even a compelling antagonist to fight, they're just orcs.
Set a fire in your heart, Spartan. Bare your fangs. Fight hard.
The level of nuance they have is nowhere near that of the Covenant. It doesn't have to be as good, but at least be somewhat interesting if you're gonna replace the Covenant with the Red Covenant. And please do not try telling me these goofballs are much cooler in a book or something. I hate that. Have we learned nothing from Halo 5? I'm not about to read 20 different books to understand a video game. I didn't have to do it back when Bungie was making Halo, so why the hell should I have to do that now? Besides, I've heard some mixed things about most of the books that were made beyond 2010, so I don't even know if I really want to engage with any of those. This world is a mess that feels extremely empty with no coherent narrative, and they ruined Cortana. They just can't let her die and retcon her every damn game. She dies in Halo 4, comes back in Halo 5 as an evil bitch, kills herself in Halo Infinite because, I don't know, she feels bad about being evil for some reason, and yet somehow she is still alive. No man, she's the weapon. Yo, she isn't the real Cortana. No, shut up. Just shut up. Stop lying to me. And the ending for Halo Infinite wasn't even a real ending, and they introduced some time travel mechanic for some reason, because that's what Halo needs. Time travel. The story in Halo is not as captivating as it used to be. Like, the fact that Halo hasn't had a satisfying campaign for over a decade is a problem. I have way more to say on this, but the point is, it's awful. I would never replay this campaign again for fun. I don't know how they're gonna solve it, if they're gonna continue on this way. And I want to bring up one more thing while I have your attention, because I do think this is worth pointing out. I've never read a single Halo book. After finally being pressured by my viewers and friends, I just finished Contact Harvest and The Fall of Reach. I have maybe some very minor complaints, but I adore these two books, and I can kind of understand more than usual why people are just not happy with Halo's lore these days, seeing how unique it used to be back then. This has unfortunately made me more pissed at the Halo TV show, knowing what we could have gotten. I don't mean to sound like a broken record here, hating on the TV show yet again, but the point I want to make is that Halo has had multiple opportunities to make a comeback, and it still continues to be taken for granted. I don't know why anyone who read these two books or who played the games would ever advocate or be okay with the show existing, as well as encourage them to move on with a season 3. Raise your standards for Halo if you want Halo to make a comeback. That doesn't mean criticize it every single day, just how about you don't encourage them to do season 3 for starters? It's very clear that the Halo show has done nothing for Halo, if not just give it more of a reason for people to laugh at it. All you have to do is compare it to the Fallout show and just how much it boosted the player base. The Fallout show wasn't even great. I would still rate The Last of Us, Cyberpunk, and absolutely Arcane above it, regardless if I liked it or not. The point is, look at how something that wasn't a masterpiece benefited Fallout in terms of interest. Why would you want the Halo show to continue? This is a clear case of how being purely positive about Halo will continue to make it worse. Anyway, look, I'm starting to go on a tangent now. I apologize, so I'm just gonna stop myself there. Aside from my weekly Tuesday streams that I do to talk to my own audience for fun because I like talking, I don't plan on talking about Halo Infinite in video format ever again. I don't know, unless they do something like really funny, like make the game worse or somehow fix all the issues I have in one patch. Very unlikely for that to happen. I just don't care to do it anymore, and I just wanted to give my final rant to just sort of close out this chapter for Halo Infinite. It's obvious the community is hard carrying this game right now, while 343 continues to pump the shop with more overpriced bundles. Even if they add things like VIP or the Falcon or that stupid looking shotgun, too much time has passed. I lost interest. I'm just going to wait until something else Halo related happens and probably just talk about other things I have an interest in. Look, if you like Halo Infinite, it's the best Halo game ever made in your opinion. You obviously don't have to agree with what I say. By all means, continue to enjoy it. I do hope Halo 7 is good. Like, there's just a lot it needs to get right after like 12 years of Halo losing its cultural impact. I don't have much faith. If you're wondering why, I mean, Microsoft still controls Xbox. A lot of this has been happening under their watch. They seem much more invested in corporatizing gaming instead of maintaining it as an art form. They'll buy out studios for billions of dollars, yet close down studios, recent ones being Arcane Austin and Tango. Shutting down Tango in particular was messed up. They just released a critically acclaimed game, Hi-Fi Rush.
I'm sorry, you're fired. Get out of here.
What the hell, man? I'm not a huge fan of Xbox these days like I used to be, but things like this make me lose faith in things they control. One of those things is, of course, Halo. Anyway, I'm out of here, dude. Screw this game.